In the rookie episode, Sergeant Lucy Chin experiences mixed emotions about leaving her old apartment. While she is excited to move in with her boyfriend and take this significant step forward, saying goodbye to her previous life proves difficult. That apartment held memories of her time living with Jackson, then Tamara and later Selena. For years she was the one who stayed put, and now she's the one moving on. Her former room will be occupied by Miles, who didn't have a proper place to sleep before. He had been living in his car in a parking lot. With this change, everyone seems to be getting a chance at some happiness. Meanwhile, Lucy's boyfriend, Tim, is stepping into a new role as the watch commander, replacing Sergeant Gray, who has moved on to a joint task force with the FBI. Tim adopts a tougher approach with the squad, even volunteering 2 detectives, Angela and Nyla, without their consent to a task force working with the Secret Service. Although they are unhappy about being assigned to a protective detail for the president's visit to LA, they have no choice but to comply. The detectives are initially relegated to investigating lower priority suspects, starting from number 20 and below on the list, while the Secret Service handles the more dangerous targets. However, they soon prove their worth when they identify suspicious activity linked to Jerry Hudson, a man overlooked by the agents in suits. Upon checking Hudson's home, the detectives discover a cache of weapons, including a missing sniper rifle, carefully labeled and stored despite Hudson's poor spelling. This meticulous arrangement speaks volumes about Hudson's dangerous nature. Once the police alert the Secret Service, a citywide manhunt for Hudson begins. He is soon spotted at St. Stephen's Hospital with a head injury, but he resists treatment and escapes before police arrive. Unarmed at the hospital, Hudson's next goal is to retrieve his weapon from his impounded car. Nolan and his rookie partner, Miles, head to the impound lot, expecting to arrive before Hudson since it is only half a mile from the hospital. However, Hudson reaches the car first, grabs his gun, and fires at police before escaping in a tow truck. Miles sustains minor injuries but is able to return to duty. Within the LAPD, Secret Service agent Kelvin bonds with Selena over their shared interest in New Age spirituality. He is a Cancer, she an Aries. However, Kelvin's belief that he is the reincarnation of Abraham Lincoln strains their friendship. Selena, who remembers past lives but none of fame, dismisses his claim as ego-driven rather than genuine belief. She shares this view with Miles, who soon finds himself in trouble. Miles's trouble begins with recruiting a criminal informant named Fast Andy. Despite Nolan's warnings that Fast Andy is not trustworthy, Miles, confident from past experience in Texas, presses on. He promises help but fails to deliver meaningful support. Fast Andy misinterprets this as license to meddle in Miles's personal life, sending numerous memes and even attempting to rob a dispensary. During a standoff with police, Fast Andy claims immunity because of his connection to Officer Miles Penn. Nolan reprimands Miles for his poor judgment, and Miles manages to convince Fast Andy to surrender, but the situation jeopardizes all their careers. Fast Andy faces potential prison time, and both Miles and Nolan are reprimanded for their roles in enabling him. Meanwhile, the team continues managing the president's motorcade and the ongoing threat of Hudson, who has a list of targets including the president and his ex-girlfriend. Fortunately, the police intervene before Hudson can harm anyone, and Miles and Nolan are hailed as heroes. Selena attempts to lighten the mood by joking that she is John Wilkes Booth to Kelvin's Abraham Lincoln, but the joke falls flat, ending their brief friendship. The president's visit concludes without incident, and the Secret Service departs, allowing life at the station to return to normal. At the end of the episode, Miles confesses to Nolan that he needs a tougher training officer. Nolan replies that it is Miles's responsibility to match his energy and that sometimes that means being strict, while other times it means allowing room for mistakes when the stakes are low. Lucy, after spending 2 days confined with the Secret Service, goes home with Tim still unpacked. Meanwhile, Angela decides against quitting the force, admitting she enjoys being a cop and might go insane if she didn't have the job to keep her grounded.